Welcome back to the channel. Frequency 144 hertz. Your girl Kim. And I'm just chilling, chillaxing. I'm probably the only one in the house on the weekend. Um, and I just wanted to share something with y'all because I have to sit here and I meditate a lot. Um, I get a lot of downloads. I do a lot of thinking. And sometimes, when we're, I'm going to just say not equally yoked, we can go to the extreme sometimes with everything, right? The key is balance, okay? And I'm saying all that to say this, like, y'all, it's been times where I really feel like, hold on, am I tripping or no? And then I have to really sit back and watch people and things and energy, right? And it's like already naturally I'm an observer of energy. I pick up on energy and I'm extra sensitive. So sometimes I have to question myself like, am I tripping? But no, it's like soon as you ask yourself that, the universe will reveal it. God will reveal it to you that you really not tripping, right? And I'm saying that to say this, like I've came across a couple of times. I'm not just going I'm trying to see which ones I'm about to tell y'all about because it's been a couple of instances lately that I've came across in my own personal life where I really had to like sit here and ask myself this, am I tripping? Because like I said, I pick up on energy, I read energy, and sometimes I don't even be meaning to read energy. It's just something that I automatically do naturally. Um, you know, being so sensitive and whatever you want to call it, I just pick it up. I don't miss shit, right? So it's be a couple of times where I notice like certain things I've been trying to accomplish. I'm not going to go into details, right? But it's like the people who genuinely, love me, should be happy for me, surrounding me, I felt should have my back, should be just as happy as I am about situations. And you would think when some people are happy that you finally like trying to make changes or progress forward or just do better and want better, that they will support you and really have your back, right? And try to get you there. Now I have to keep in mind a lot of people are not like me, so sometimes we expect us out of other people, and yeah, that's a big mistake. But anyway, I just feel like when you see somebody trying, why not help them the rest of the way? It's like a baby trying to get up steps, right? And a baby that made it up 3 out of 5 steps. So why won't you help her up the the next two? Like, you feel me? To get to the top. Like, is what I'm trying to say. I hope y'all understanding what I'm trying to say. But I've noticed that instead of people helping that baby, they'll knock that baby down backwards down them steps. Like shit like that. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just like when you see somebody trying to, take milestones, reach another milestone or whatever, why wouldn't you support them? Like, I don't understand that about people that, especially people that say they genuinely love you and support you and there for you. Like, and you would have to, stop and think about this. Like, like I had to, and be like, am I tripping or is this really happening? Like, literally, people that you think will not do it will be the ones that do it. Like, literally. I'm talking about it'll be the ones closest to you. And I don't care who see this video and get mad or whatever, but I'm speaking all facts. That's what we do over here. We speak truth over here. And and this gonna touch some people and I don't care. But, people is and should be entitled to feel how they feel, and it's okay sometimes when they do it, but when you do it, it be a fucking problem, right? Or it's okay for them to say something, but when you say it, it's a fucking problem, right? So, it should not be like that. Like, literally, it should not. Me personally, if I see somebody trying life with whatever they doing and I can help, I'm going to help them the rest of the way. Or, whether they ask for my help or not, that's just the type of person I am. If I feel like I can help them along the way, I'm going to do that. And not saying certain people didn't help me. It's just that I'm saying, like, far as the genuineness, is that a word? The compassion, them wanting to do it without me asking, them, wanting to do it just because they see me trying. Like, it's like seeing somebody blind cross the street, right? And they can do it, right? They got their little pole or whatever. You know that they can do it, but why not help them get out of the street? Why not help guide them across the street so they can hurry up and get out the street? You understand what I'm saying? Type shit. You feel me? Like, for example, like, yeah, sort of like that. I just don't get it. I just don't get why, you know, even if it's a spouse, your relationship partner, like, why wouldn't this person, if they see you struggling in some type of way, shape or form or area, why wouldn't they, it be those people that say they got you, that act as if they got you, and it's a difference. And y'all really got to know this difference where people say they gonna do something and then they actually do it. And then it's a difference between them doing it out the kindness of their heart, or you having to beg them in certain ways by repeatedly bringing it up, or it's just different ways, right? And really, when something is genuine, people just genuinely naturally do it. Like, you wouldn't sit there and have to cry to them, or struggle at all. Like, no effort, they do it. No second guessing, they do it. Like, no struggle, they do it. Like, you feel me? But you got those people that make you want to beg before they actually help you, or you got those people that just tend to want to know all your problems, right? You ever had that friend or whatever that want to hear all your shit but never tell you they shit, type shit? You feel me? You got, it's different strokes for different folks. You feel me? But it's just like, you got to know, like, because sometimes I find myself in a space where I ask myself, like, is it just me? Am I tripping? And then I be like, nah, because you'll fuck around and find out. Like, when you ask yourself, is you tripping, and you give a person the benefit of the doubt, you'll fuck around and find out. Because God gonna say, let me show you again, dummy. And that's how it's gonna happen. Like, for real. And if you really want to know something, yeah, just keep asking the universe. The universe will show you. God will show you. Straight up. Regardless of what you want to know. What I learned is, if I ask the universe and I sit back long enough to get the answer, I get it. I really would. And that's about any and everything. I really would. So I've learned to accept those answers lately, and not just, and take them for face value, and not the question those. Like, you feel me? Because sometimes you can question the universe to the point the universe, like, let me show you again, dummy. Okay? Because, yeah, we question ourselves. And sometimes, even after that, we are questioning God after God reveals things to us. So I'm learning to trust what God is revealing. Okay. I'm learning to basically treat people and things just as what it is. Like, as it is, treat it as such. If that makes sense. Like, I'm learning that exactly what somebody show you is who they is and how they feel about you. Period. I don't care who it is. It could be a child. It can be your spouse. It could be your roommate. I don't care who it is. It could be anybody. But exactly who that person show you that they are and how they feel, that's really what it is. And a lot of times we overlook certain things because we got love for a person, which could be the most dangerous things, okay? And I consider that to be the most dangerous because them be the people around you that get close to you that could really hurt you, you know? So I've learned to deal with and treat people accordingly with what they show me. And yeah, I was to the point where I was returning energy. But see, I don't need to do all that. I really don't. Because that's a repeated cycle of toxicity getting returns. Okay. And I don't need that. Instead, I'm just going to banish it altogether. Meaning, three words out my face. And I'm treating people just like that. Because you got to show people and let them know that it is truly a privilege to be in your energy. So many people use and abuse people's lights and their energy. And you would not think this is a real thing, but it is. To the point where you have to protect yourself and your energy. You really do. You know, energy is so contagious. Somebody could be having a bad day and then they come bring it towards you, and then everybody's having a fucking bad day. What? What? I remember times where I really tried to have a good day. And it wasn't nothing I did, but it was what other people brought to me that ruined my whole fucking day. What? What? No more of that. See, peace and happiness is not so free. You know, it's actually expensive and rare. So you have to guard your energy. And again, I don't give a fuck around who or about who or, who it is. Because at the end of the day, it's really every man out this bitch for theyself. It really is. I mean, we supposed to move together as humanity, but of course, society been separated that, and I'm just speaking facts. Can we come together? Yes, we can, but it's gonna have to be on one frequency and on one accord, or it's just gonna be chaos and havoc, no peace and no happiness. And I'm just saying, you're gonna be able to have to identify the way people move, the way they act. Okay, because a lot of people wear masks, but the masks always fall off. If somebody not genuine, not authentic, that shit always gonna come to the light. It's always gonna fall off. It's always gonna be revealed. So it's better that you just be yourself, even if yourself is the most fucked up version of you are. It's better to be yourself. Love me for me or leave me the fuck alone. That's how I feel. But that's all I wanted to say. Because I'll be having to ask myself, am I tripping? And I just want to know if y'all feel like that sometimes. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all. And sometimes, you will think people want the best for you all the time, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes these people, they scared for you to get further ahead than them, or they just scared that you're gonna, be on their level or surpass them in some type of ways. I mean, and this could be anybody. People don't want to help you because they don't want to help you get further away, than them. They be afraid of that. And not only that, it's just like certain people just want to use you, want to just abuse you, and their intentions don't be pure, their intentions don't be right. They in your life for the wrong reasons, and I don't give a fuck who these people is. They could be family members. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm telling y'all the truth. You have to use your own discernment and intuition. But you have to ask yourself sometimes, am I tripping or not? And then sometimes you can even, say you patch things up with somebody when you thought you was tripping, right? You patch things up and then the same shit happen again. You be like, no, I wasn't tripping the first time. Uh that's all, y'all.